Right, we're now going to put a lap of Cadwell Park up on the video screen, and luckily enough for you, Shane, you're invited back up to talk us a lap at Cadwell Park. It was actually Josh Brooks who was riding the bike, so be ready for some air on the mountain. I'll help you with the map. Yeah, I'll need that.
We should have a circuit.
So just sort of talk us through the circuit, and you know, when you're pulling the bike in tight, and when you're going to run out wide, and where your braking points might be, and what you think about the bottom of the mountain, where you want to land, and you know, the sort of stuff that goes through a rider's head as he's doing a quick lap.
I think one of the most important things before we get started is Cadwell Park is notoriously narrow. You'll know yourself, you get there and you think, blimey, it's like riding up a garden path. But I came back for the first time obviously this year in a couple of years, and Jason and I done some cycling around there the night before one of our tests, and I remember riding around with Jason on the bicycles and saying, do you know what, the track don't seem quite as narrow as I remember before.
Yeah, they thinned it.
And the next day we got out on the motorbike, and all of a sudden you're right at the end of the back straight and you think, perhaps it is. It's not very wide at all.
It's a very, very difficult track to pass, for sure. There's only 2 or 3 passing points at best, isn't it?
Exactly, yeah.
Right.
Right then.
Well, that's George.
That's not me.
No. We're going to show the whole rigmarole of putting gloves on and helmets on.
So this is the pit lane at the bottom of the start-finish straight. We're going to be heading out here by the time on a flying lap we get to the end of the year in 5th gear. Going to be looking just over on the right hand side here for that part of the bit where the track splits. It's one of the places you think about braking. 5th gear back to 3rd to aim for the apex in the middle there. Keep yourself way over to the left hand side of the track to make a good exit of this first part of Charlie's. Charlie's 2, which is the part that Josh is coming to now, is one of the most important parts of the track, because a good run out of here is absolutely essential. 1, for not getting passed by somebody, but 2, for being in a position to make a pass on the brakes. With 5th gear now at the top of the hill, probably putting 170 miles an hour, getting back to 2nd gear, keeping the bike as straight as possible, and aiming really, really late to the apex just back there. Running out of here, sneak up into 3rd gear. The old 3rd gear all the way around here, we had a dodgy gearbox in when we were testing it because it was set for brands, but 3rd gear will be all the way around there on the limiter. A good run through the gooseneck, down the hill towards Mansfield, a little bit of acceleration and back to 2nd gear, really, really difficult to get the bike stopped there. Try not to use too much track on the exit there, ready for the mountain, well, the chicane here. Back to 1st gear, it's the slowest part of the track probably. Accelerate out here, 1st and 2nd gear, and then aim for the mountain at the bottom here. It's really important to run that left-hand side white line before straightening the bike up as much as you can and jumping like Josh does over there. In through the woodland section, it's important not to rush the first part, but this next part here, you really need to get as much acceleration as you can before dropping back to 1st gear, ready for the old hairpin. Run out of the old hairpin, sneak 2nd gear, just to manage to get yourself inside the track, aim for the inside there, and as soon as you're about that point there, you're lifting the bike up onto the fastest part of the tyre you possibly can and accelerating as hard as you possibly can down the hill, back up to 5th gear, looking for your little exit road, back on the brakes, and in you go, back to 3rd gear.
And that was a new lap record.
Yeah, I reckon we was flying then. And carry on again, do another lap. I forgot what I said first. It's not an endurance race. Those green lights, by the way, just in case you don't know, whenever you see the green lights pop up, it means it's time to change gear. And some bikes you haven't set so that they all come up together and they flash really, really bright and say, right, it's time to change gear. Some bikes have them like staggered, so when you're getting close to needing to change gear, the first one will come on, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, and then you know you need to shift up. Josh is an absolute legend over the mountain that's going to come up in a minute. We've got this Madry little chicane that actually got put there, I believe, because of Yukio Kamiya's crash. He had a massive crash at the bottom of the mountain just approaching here and went into the edge of the tyre wall right there. But they put that chicane in. Josh, here we go, straighten up again. Big It doesn't look like a big jump from there, but on board and on photographs, he's quite phenomenal for that.
That'll do, cool. That'll do. Yeah, thank you.
So is it in a track day?
Right, that was Cadwell Park. Now we're going to have a go with these PlayStation games, are we?
We might as well.
Yeah. Right, well, as you saw when you all came in, the guys are dead keen to race on this PlayStation game, so we're going to get Shane and who do you want to race? Harvey. Let's bring up Harvey from Honda. Harvey is 48 of the team. Hi Harvey, how are you doing?
Thank you very much.
Right, we're going to get you on this game and you're going to try and race down your #1 racer there.
So you can see how much we deserve our money.
Yeah.
I think you might need to help Harvey, I don't know.
Quick word with you, Harvey. Looking forward to Northville?
Yes, very much. Just hope the weather's really fine for us this year. Obviously, in the past, we've had a good lead up to the weekend, and unfortunately, last year weather was horrendous for us.
Happy enough with the way the season's gone so far? You're leading the championship.
Yes, of course. Happy to be at the front of the championship, and obviously feel for Kia that the shoes are positive like that. But the team's 100% behind all of the riders, and we'll do our best to get Kia up there.
The focus now is to get Kia into that top 6, of course, the way the championship runs.
It's a key point, like Shane was saying earlier, that you've got to be in that top 6 at the end of the cut-off period to be within a chance. And then mathematically, as Shane was saying, that the points and the pay points that you achieve throughout the year obviously elevate you further forward than your competitors. Now, like for sure, the last round is going to be crucial, that you're in with a fighting chance to be able to take the title.
Sure, well, I don't know why, but the Scottish people seem to have a real liking for the Japanese riders, so we're all rooting for Kia, and let's hope we get them up there into that top 6.
Can I have a quick word? While Harvey's learning how to work the PlayStation, ladies and gentlemen, you've got about 15 minutes still left to buy any raffle tickets, and there's some fantastic prizes, including, out the front here, a Shui Kyo replica helmet worth about £600, and for this few people here, there's a very good chance of winning not only that, but one of several other very nice prizes. So, if anybody's short of actual cash, the boys on the counter at the back on my left there can accept any kind of credit or debit cards and turn out the cash for you. Away we go.
speak to the riders, ask questions, get autographs, all that sort of stuff. Non-compulsory, voluntary. Yeah, what do you do? You just mingle like.
Yeah, no, so just have a mingle around.